All right, let's get it. So we got GMVD. This the one I was looking at last week. I think it was. So GMVD. And we have Ape is up for no reason. Okay. Lucid, GMVZ. I put GNS out here just to watch. And let's see what else. BBAI, a little bit high float. I'll check that float and see what's going on over there. BBAI. And over here on the potential, I see Cosm, OBLG. Any news over here though? Okay, so yeah, I got the ones that I want to watch for the day. Good morning. Good morning, Jimmy. We're out here looking over the scans right now. Right now, the number one that's sticking out to me is GMVD. 7 million shares. Looks like it has a low float. I'm about to go and check and see what that float is. GNS is also getting some action as well. And then I was also put up BBAI to see what kind of news it has or what kind of float it has. So let's jump over here to Street Smart Edge. Here's the three that I'm kind of looking at this morning. And let's check these boys out. So the first one, GMVD. Because I already seen GNS before. So it has a float of well under a million. 610,000. Okay. So well under a million. It is primarily held by insiders. And the institutions have 2.47, so that's good. Insiders are definitely holding that thing for a reason. Let's see what else we got. Short percent float 3.87%, and that was from January 13th, so it's been a while. So basically what that short percent float is out of 100 shares, how many what's the percentage of that 100 shares that's shorted? So at that time it was 3 out of 100. Wonder, has it gone up? Can we find something more up to date? GMVD has a shelf registration back from 2022. Okay, GMVD out here on the shortsqueeze.com. Let's see, shares float says 69. Whoa, when was this updated? On January 30th, 20 minutes delayed. And it says it's got 69 million in the float. A little bit of discrepancy. Okay. Insiders, but it does say that there are a lot of insiders holding over here. 21.39% holding over here, and owned by institutions only 1%. Okay, let's go over here and check it. GMVD. And this one says about 1 million in the float. So I don't know what the float is at this point. Let's actually pull it up. It's up 114%. What was the news on this guy? Okay, so GMG Medical Innovations announces receiving notice of patent issuance of USPTO for vital signs sensors. Okay, so it's got a little bit of good news. Sometimes that's all it takes is a little bit of good news. Um, G Medical said Monday that it has received a patent issue notification from U.S. Patent and Trademark Office for its monitoring products marketed in the U.S. The company said the patent expected to be issued February 7th. So that is in a week, basically a week from now. The vital sign monitoring system will potentially provide physicians more versatility in patients monitoring and will simplify in and out patients monitoring. Okay. Do they have any money talk though? Okay, vital signs. Let's read some more. It says G Medical Innovations said it received, the patent titled Method and System for Vital Signs Monitoring with Earpiece. So it's for the ear. Covers the company's vital signs monitoring system, which is being developed using multiple sensing mechanisms to be used on different body locations. Okay, so it's not just the ear. Here it is. Let's see. It says it has a float of 1.205. So, according to Benzinga Pro, and the company's average session volume sits below 400,000. Okay, so it's definitely getting more volume than that. It says traders brace for Fed rate decision driving pre-market losses. We're not worried about that, right? We'll see what this one's gonna do. But yeah, GMVD got a little bit of news, got a patent coming out on February 7th. And let me add that as a note. February 7th, patent. Has a float of around 1 million. We'll say around 1 mil. GNS up 40. Wow, look at GNS during pre-market going crazy. Up 48%. BBAI, did this one have any news? It was up 26%. No real news, and I think this float is a lot higher on BBAI. Big Bear AI. Float 22.11 mil. Over here it says 7 mil in the float. But because it has no catalyst, I think I'm gonna focus in on GMVD today and see how the shorts treat it. It says 4.27 million over here on BBAI. All right. Well, we got pretty much the three that I want to be watching. Good morning, VPG and Drifter. Donnell also called out. Yep. That's what I was looking at. GNS, GMVD, and BBAI were those top gappers today. Also, Ape is up 14%, but I don't think it's gonna be able to compete today. Um, doesn't look like it has a float out there on Ape. I believe Ape is one of those meme stocks. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Ape. APAC. Oh my goodness, look at that float. 515 million. Ain't no way. That thing's gonna be a chopper. Woo. Yep. Finviz says the same. And let's see what eight. Nothing over here. Okay. Yeah, that is not even something I want to be watching. Uh I do not trade options. I used to trade options. But I mean, if you trade options, you pretty much, I mean, you pretty much trade stocks as well. What are your favorite options? Let me pronounce this name. Ooh, Toronto Hone. Toronto Hone. Toronto Hone. Tara No Hone. I don't know if you break that up. I don't know. You're trading the SPY right now. Let's look at what the SPY is doing. SPY's at 402. It went up to 408 on Friday and had a pretty steep drop off. I'm pretty sure you're playing it to the downside, right? Are you shorting it? Toronto 01. Oh, Toronto 01. Okay, appreciate you tuning in this morning. Yeah, are you trading the SPY to the downside? Toronto 1? Because it had quite a bit of a gap down. It came up and tested this level twice at the 405s. And actually, this is a secondary test on a level here that it's been up here before on the SPY. Had a nice descending trend. I drew these a long time ago. They just been sitting out here, but just I've been mapping out, the different bounce points of the SPY. Bounced up and it's coming back. It came back up close to this area where it's tested twice here at the 410s, and came down a little bit. It does have a little bit of an uptrend here. It bounced off the 350s and now bounced off the 380s, and could be a potential if it makes a higher low than this around the 390-ish area, but continued on up back to this level again. So I don't know if it's going to go ahead and break or if it's going to do a pivot. If you're trading with the trend, I guess your bias would be that it's going to break. If you're trading for a pivot, which you could be, I mean, that's a higher risk for it to pivot, but it could reward you. But a lot of people that's trading the SPY, they trade the trend. So if it's looking like it's uptrending, they trade upward. So that changes my mind on what I was saying, going bearish on it. We'll see what it wants to do. Toronto, let's see, going to be playing off levels. So going to see what happens when market opens. Yep. GNS still bottling up. It moved from the 377s up here to the 573s. And let me see if anything new popped up here on the scans. I don't see anything. GMB. BuzzFeed was one that was ripping last week as well. Looking like it's coming back down a little bit, down 10% today. Bro. Man, come on, man. I try to read. I try to put syllables together. Just sometimes I don't know. They look funny to me. I don't think I'm dyslexic. I haven't been diagnosed. But maybe that's why every time I see a street sign, I'm going the opposite direction. I don't know. All right. Yeah, when I first saw Jimmy's, I first thought it was Jimmy Sly Fistel. That's what I thought. And I was like, that's correct. I got that right. But it's actually Jimmy's Lifestyle. So, yeah, I got it. All right, GMVD. Why is BB? I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays because I'm not around this computer or my streaming setup on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm out doing some other work. I work in IT, work with computers pretty much all day, but sometimes I have to go out of the office and go and meet with clients or go and do things outside of this. So I just go and do that. Of course, we do have a Discord, which if I am like, if I am still going to take trades, I'll put it in Discord and things like that. But yeah, we're always trading, always looking at the market, but sometimes just not able to stream. So, and I will drop that Discord link as well. Discord, where is that thing at? Okay. Fortune. And this is going to be invite. I'm glad you reminded me because usually I don't drop this thing to the end. I'll be like, oh, well, forgot. All right, so that is the Discord link to the trade analysis, and after I finish streaming or whatnot, we continue over there, and kind of share market ideas, trading ideas, share what we're seeing in the market, whether it be about the SPY, about the low floats, about large caps or mid caps. Now we do have a trader. His name is Reliable Rudy in our network, and he does a lot of mid to large cap trading. He does some short term. He does well. As of late, he's been doing a lot of short term on things like Baba and the Spy and different plays. But yeah, he does a lot of portfolio building with the mid and large caps. Okay. But yeah, GNS has been moving for a while now. It's been on this uptrend. It had a nice gap up from what, $2 or 84 cents up to $2, jumped and gapped up here 323 all the way up to the 512s and then back down. And then the next day shoots over. So it's kind of a sporadic one. When it doesn't have catalyst, let me look at what kind of catalyst they got for it right here. Genius Group. So they approved a $37 million spinoff on Entrepreneur Resorts. So they're talking a little bit of money. Let's see. So they said with the share price of 275. Right now it's at 395. May come down a little bit, but yeah, they are talking about that money, which is probably why people are still trading them heavily. But we'll have to see who wins out on the day. Both of them are around $5, or actually GMV is a little higher, but that's okay. I think I think the most interesting one is GMV. Let me look at the float on GNS one more time. GNS. We have about 9 minutes to the bell. GNS has a 10.57 million float in comparison to GMVD, which has about a 1 million float. Both of them have quite a bit of volume today, working their way up to almost 10 million shares traded before open. GMVD had a top up here of around the 683s. So let's start marking off some of this resistance of these wicks in comparison to the resistance of looks like the bodies right around the, I'll say the 625. I say 632, but I say 625 ish level. Then for GNS, what is your top? 611. And the previous body, I put that as support, I guess, since it hasn't really tested it. Previous body looking around the 550s. And also let's check the level twos for areas of support. So we can see right there 550 on the level 2, 17,000 shares sitting out there. Then we have another area at the 533s with 10,000. So we'll see what it wants to do at those two levels of 550s and then the 525s. Five 25, 10,000 shares. Okay. GMVD starting to get some descending. I wonder, will this 450 be a bounce point for it? Will it come down that far? The gap was what, from the 28 or 290s up here to the 450s. So I'm wondering, will that be its kind of like a little slowdown around that $5 level? Let some people accumulate under the 5 is my question. Hmm. But I don't see any huge side. Well, there's one at 460. Whoop, that one disappeared. 466, 10,000 shares. So there's a little bit of level of interest down there, but it's got a long way to go. And it also has a 12,000 share up here at $7. I don't know which one is going to test first, but I'll add that as a note. 466. On the bid. We'll see what kind of action it gives down there, what kind of retracement it can give, and will that retracement be worth it? Have about 4 minutes to the open. The SPY still holding right under the 403s. Let's look at, oh, oil actually came under the 80s. It's still sitting under 80. So I wonder, will it start its dissension here now? Looking at oil, had a nice little bounce point around this $70 level twice, and now retested the highs here of the 80s and is down to the 78. So I guess the question now will be, will it hold the 75s on oil? EBIA giving up the ghost. GMVD is my main watch on today. Very interested in that one. Especially if it has a nice spread on it. They can give, like a nice little 50-cent run, 50 cents to 75 cents. Two minutes left to the open. GNS getting a little bit of pressure up here towards the top, coming into the open right under the $6 level. Previous high of 612s. Thirty seconds left. See BMVD struggling to hold that 6 right now. Love to see the shorts win on this one, at least a little bit. Some of my rules, I forgot to go over the rules, whatever. I pretty much got, well, you know what, we got time. But I'm gonna watch this open. I'm gonna let this open probably like give it like maybe first 5 minutes to see how it acts up. GMVD showing a little wick down there, going red. GNS trying to press its way back up. 575 is looking like a little bit of resistance for it. Let's see if those shorts can get that push out on this one. So keep an eye on the daily chart over here. Daily chart doesn't look horrible over here. So previous high was 850s, and had a little area down here of maybe the four, right around the 450s. It could come down and test, or maybe the 490s. Somewhere under the 5 is where I'll be looking to take a little pop back up. GNS still showing a lot of strength up here towards the top. Needs to confirm a lower high to show weakness, but it may not show weakness. This is the hour chart. This is the 30-minute chart and the 15-minute chart. I usually do my entries off the 15-minute and kind of get a bigger view on the hour chart of what's going on. Showing a lot of strength right now though, but it's only the beginning. GMVD into indecision on this first candle, making a lower high. I want to see if it can get down through these 575s. And also let's check the level 2s for levels of interest. Levels of interest still down there at the 466 down there. 495 also has a level of interest. So yeah, under 5 is where I start kind of looking. Holding right around the $6 right now though. Looking a little jumpy. $6.18s. Okay, big fail right there. Got pushed back down from the 6.18 back down to the 6s. What was that just popped up? Nothing. BBAI continued down as well. And this is got 2 minutes left on the first 5-minute candle. All of them had some upswings, but we'll see if those upswings hold. Want to see those shorts win. And they are not winning right now. Continues to get pushed right back down to $6 though. Looking like a very indecisive move. So this first candle has only gotten 1 million shares traded in it. Pushing up to the 625s. Small little break at the over the 625 with failure. Seeing the bids come back under. So we'll just give that a second to give us a nice dip entry. I think it's going to set up well today. GNS coming back down as well. So up to 658 there. Still with a hasn't broke out yet. The breakout would be the 670 or the 680s, looks like. Over the 675 basically. Is that a halt? Looking like a halt. There's a halt on GMVD. GNS coming on down as well. That halt came before the breakout, so I don't know which way it's gonna go. You know, some people they hold into the halt. especially if they're doing breakout trades. I am doing dip buying trades on this one, looking for it to come into lows before I try to purchase. And let's see when this thing is going to unhalt. Uh, 5 minutes, so that'll be the 9:40:14. Be 5 minutes for it if this is a 5 minute halt. BBI AI absolutely dipping off there, going plummeting down, only up 15%. So one of the rule, and I guess at this point, since we're in the halt, I can pull up my rules and go over them real quick. All right, so first of all, I'm looking for low floats. If it isn't a low float, I'm going to stay away from it. Also, I want to compare the low or the outstanding shares to the shares actually floating, the shares actually on the market that are tradable, in comparison to some of those reserve shares and some of those locked shares. Also, I already looked in the insider versus the institutional holdings on GMVD, which the insiders are holding the majority of the shares there. Does it have a catalyst? GMVD did have a little bit of a catalyst. Is the retracement worth the risk? So what I'm looking for is a nice dip. Well, first of all, a nice range. Can this thing give me 20, 25, 30, 50 cents or more? You know, if it can start giving 75 cents, well, great. What I'm looking for is 20% of the move, right? So if something is moving, let's say if it is moving 75 cents, well, what is 25 cents of 75 cents, or 20% of 75 cents, right? That's a 15-cent move. Now, depending on your depending on your size, that can be a very profitable thing. If you put $1,000 in there, you know, you're gonna make a nice little 150. You know what I'm saying? Or 1,000 shares. I said $1,000. 1,000 shares. Next thing, pre-trade variables. What is the competition on the day? And for this one, the competition on the day was just GNS, which is going down and plummeting. BBAI doing the same thing, going down and plummeting. Are the shorts strongly winning during intraday? That's why I was like, man, I need to see those shorts win, come into lows so I can get a buying position. Are there any large areas of interest on the level twos for support or resistance? I had already put those in the notes earlier. And then we got the post-trade questions. Boundaries and notes to consider. Please follow your rules. Prices usually above $2 give me what I want when it comes to retracements and the movement back up. I'm always considering that shares outstanding relative to the float. Never trade a stock with low relative volume but has big range because of the liquidity. If there's too many things moving with the same range, I just kind of wait for something to be the one, the standout one. You know, it's kind of hard when you got 5, 6 stocks moving at the same time. But this morning we don't have that problem. If a stock is indecisive and it begins to do snapping, so it snaps out of the range and snaps back into the range. I don't want to get caught in, you know, that kind of stuff if I'm not in low. Now, if I'm already in and I'm green, I'm okay with it snapping around. It can do whatever it wants as long as it's moving up. Indecisive stocks burn my mental patience, so I kind of stay away from them. But those are the rules that I was talking about. And let's jump back over here. So we have about a minute left to this open, 9:40:15. One of the things I do like to look for, I want to see, okay, well, what was the high on the day and has it been retested? And in this first hour, it's looking like it's going to be retested here. We'll see how this thing opens up above it. So here we go with, if this is a 5-minute halt, it should be opening here in just a second on the 40:14. There's the opened up higher, opened up above the sevens. Will it get the push out? So now it has a new high that I have to consider. 718 was the high there. don't really want to put resistance in just yet. I mean, it just opened, so it could be a lot of buying pressure coming in here, or the shorts could take it back down towards the 6. We'll see what happens. It is a Monday morning, and sometimes Monday morning, a lot of limit orders have to be filled before it can go up, but we'll see about this one. It may just want to push. Yep, pushing up there. Ooh, big rejection. Gee whiz. So that rejection was from the 721s down. Wow. Down here to the 633s. And did that go into a halt down? Not moving anymore. That was a huge, and this is why I like to see the shorts win first. I don't want to get caught looking like a bag holder up here, right here. I'm going to buy the lows. I'm okay with that. So as you can see, the hour shows you what's happening. You know, that's why I kind of stopped looking at the 1 minute and the 3 minute and the 5 minute, because it was too much manipulation of my eyes. I'm like, what's going on? But with the bigger time frames, I'm like, oh wow, that's a huge rejection on an hour candle, you know, all the way back within these levels down here. So good, we're not bag holders. We're looking for this thing to come down. I will let me go over here and check this level 2 and see if we have any more areas of interest. Still, that 466 down there is an area of interest, but I will be watching that. GNS still kind of going down. Had a top, but it had a pre-market top that has not been retested yet, but it is red on the day for now. We'll see how GMVD wants to open up. $5 coming on down to that $5 mark on GNS. Let me see if anything new popped up over here. VPG said he's in on BBAI. Nice. Yeah, BBAI definitely. How much volume did it get? It's got 7 million in volume. Definitely getting pushed around by somebody. Had a nice big move to the downside out of the open from $3.06. It has a smaller range too. $3.06 down to the $2.81. Compared to this range here of the 718s all the way down to that's a pretty big range there, and I like it, but I like it out of dips. BPG says he has it at the 277s. He's probably looking for that 275 to become either support or resistance there. But yeah, man, it's looking interesting this morning on Monday morning. Let's jump over here and look at what the daily chart looks like for a BMVD. It is moving down the list. I usually like to aim for things that are staying up in the top 10. You know, if it's really something that people like, it'll stay up here. If it continues to halt, though, it may lose a little bit of attention at the top right now. And remember that I'm only trading things that are above $2 and pretty much low float. So we see it has competition. And this was one of the questions that I asked. What kind of competition is on the day? Whether it's low float or a high float, I want to know what the competition is on the day. So right now, LCID Lucid SoFi has 37 million shares. Dallas Amos, what's up? He says he's short on the Qs. We have Tesla popping up here as well with at $175, and then GNS, and so GMVS is falling on down the list. If it falls off and kind of loses in the volume, I'm kind of wary of it, but we will see. And Dallas said he's on the Qs right now, so let's see what everything is doing. Starting with the SPY. The SPY looking like it's got what, 403? Still holding up quite nicely. 403s, and like we looked at over here on the daily chart, the SPY has started a uptrend. So no matter, you know, it kind of looks like a downtrend, but it continues to test these upward levels. So I'm wondering, will a breakout come? Because it's already got this uptrend. It just needs to hold what, the 375s, basically. We'll see if it tests the 375s again, or if more buying pressure comes and it wants to rip back up to maybe 415, 420s, and end up breaking out at the 425 is what I'm seeing. But definitely bullish moves on the SPY to me, from my opinion. Well, we will see. Um, let's see. What was the one that just halted? BMVZ. Let me go over here to the trade halt. Halt. Where's the halt one? Okay, BMZ halted at 41.15. I mean, not 15, 41.11. 5 minutes, so that'll be 46.11. And right now we're on the 46. It should have already opened up if this was a 5 minute, I believe. Yeah, it should already open up. So this is a 10-minute halt it's going into. We'll see how it opens. But with that momentum going downwards, I'm pretty sure that the longs are gonna get kind of spooked by this one. GMS continuing to lose momentum, lose volume here. First candle had 9 million shares on it, and then this candle has not even a million. So very, very nice drop off in volume there, but the candle has not closed, so we can't completely judge it, what it's going to do. BMAZ continuing to show signs that it maybe wants to go down. We got the 267s down here for it to break. Let me go to the higher time frame. 267 for a little bit of support that it got bought up off of. Things moving downwards, but I don't like the way they're moving downwards. So this one should open up at the 53.11 since it went into a halt. Kind of losing my interest though behind this other stuff that's moving right now. Okay. Dallas says you got the volume profile exhausted. Yeah, definitely. SPY continuing up. It was at the 403s, continuing up to the 408s. Will it be able to retest and do a gap fill here? Gap down from the 409s down here to the 402s and coming up for a gap fill. We'll see what kind of pressure it faces up here at the 402s if it gets there. Dallas says he's watching GMVD out of the halt, and it should be a 10-minute halt. We'll see. Kind of surprised me that it went into a 10-minute halt here. I wonder if any other news crack out on GMVZ though. Let me go over and look. Circuit breaker halt. Nope, no other news. It has some pretty good catalysts, in my opinion. I thought it was pretty good, but definitely got to give us a dip entry for the shorts to pile on for a short squeeze. If the shorts never get in, it's like, how can they be short squeezed, right? Give them some time to win. So GNS moved from the 5.89 to the $5. So about a 90 cent move down, but it is looking like it's staying within a certain range here. Trading within, and the range is getting smaller is what I'm trying to say. The range is getting smaller and smaller, but we'll have to see. We'll continue watching. GMVD has less than a minute to open. Should be the 5111 is what we're looking for. And it already has proven twice that there is some weakness on these previous candles. Weakness around the 650 is the weakness level. So we'll see if we can see some downwards movement. Still up 109%. There's the open right there. So 580s. Let's see if it can continue under the 575s. Big movement down. Big movement down here though. And we can go ahead and document what this high is, what the 719 for a resistance level. We'll see if it can get some true momentum to the downside. Based on the hour chart, though, I would say it is bearish right now, so I'm gonna let those shorts win. Red on the hour, red on the 30-minute, and now going red on the 15-minute. So this one, I don't know if it's going to get bought up here. Okay. Definitely not making fast decisions. Giving shorts plenty of time to make a decision. Do they want to get in or not? Previous levels was the 450 down here. So I would love to see how that $5 and 450 are gonna hold for it. And I think that's what I'm gonna be looking for a little bit of support, for a support bounce. If they can get down there. BBAI got the 275s now. Not getting a huge push. First hour or 15-minute candle had a 1 million shares traded, and now it's got less. I guess it would have been a good short right there, but we don't know yet. And these two kind of having their own little war with GNS and GMVD. But that movement is kind of turning me away from BMVD. Also, if we look at the competition on the board right now, we can see SoFi has killed it in trading. Look, it's got 47 million shares traded. Lucid has 46. Tesla, see, it's just knocking it on off the platform, man. I want people to like it. I want people to push it, but looking like it's losing. BuzzFeed still moving down as well. BuzzFeed had got up to what, 425, and now it's down at 298, and it's even doing better than GMVD. Now Carvana looking like it's doing better, picking up that steam. 14 million shares traded. And that's what I'm like, I don't know about GMVD, man. It's losing that battle. Losing that battle, man. It's gonna have to really show me something. Anyway, um, since was it BMVD doesn't want to pay me right now. Oh, BBAI went ahead and got through that 275. Got to the 265s so far. Revisiting the previous level here of the 271s, down 11%, and it's only up 10% since the open. Yeah, I think GMVD is gonna have to flush before I'm even interested now. It's taking all this time. It's gonna have to give some flushing. Really like to see stocks be very, very intentional. And then let me read some of these. Okay, got volume. Let's see. You took an L on GNS in the pre-market. Yeah, GNS was definitely in pre-market was going up, but it never gave a pullback. I'm looking for those pullbacks, but um, it moved from the 425-ish up to the 6. That's a powerful move. Let me look. BPG says, yeah, no volume, 5%, and I'm out of this. I lost this. And I'm long GNS, Dallas says. Donnell says GNS, GMVD, both heavy resistance at key levels, breakout levels too heavy. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking as well. But I do think they may retrace later on in the day. That's what I'm thinking, especially GMVD. But if it continues to lose the fight of the good faith to these weaker stocks, I'm losing myself. I'm losing me. I'm really scared for it. You know, even at this point, look at Amazon squeezing up on it. Amazon getting more and more volume. NIO getting more and more volume. So it's looking worse and worse. It's and think about it. These are the stocks that are above $2 and they are getting all this volume. Think about the stocks that aren't up here that are like $1 that I don't want to see, or under $2 that are up here. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, okay, there could be even more things at play here than what I'm seeing. So I don't. It needs to be at least a top 5 mover. And on the daily chart right now, previous level here was what, this 8 842. So how much would it have to go back up to reach this 750? That's almost a $2 move just to try to do anything. Interesting. Anyway, I'm about to go and make some money doing something else. If something comes up on this, I'll definitely let you guys know in the Discord. I think I dropped my Discord link. I'll drop it again. But yeah, I'm about to go and make some more money doing something else. I don't like wasting time on these things that aren't going to pick up like I like them. Let me go ahead and grab that. All right, so here is the link. You guys, if you're gonna continue trading today, be careful. You know, hold it down and try not to, FOMO into anything that the markets are trying to trick you into. Only take the best. Take those you know, A plus setups, those things that are like, okay, this is what I need to be in. Because as of now, I'm just not seeing that from GMVD, which was my favorite one until it wasn't. So y'all be careful, be safe. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.